Thank you very much for coming. The ceremony you've just seen is known as setting of the watch. It dates back to the year 886 AD, and that makes it 1,140 years old. Possibly, arguably, one of the oldest traditions in the country. At that time, King Alfred the Great was suffering from the pesky Viking invaders. And during that period, Ripon provided a stronghold against this threat. In recognition of Ripon's strength and fortitude, it was decided to grant Ripon a charter. Nothing had been prepared. It was said to be a spontaneous decision, and instead of something being written down on parchment, a horn was presented to the city as a gesture of good faith and as a symbol of their loyalty to the king. At that time, in the 9th century, the Vikings continued to be a threat, so it was felt that the horn should be put to good use. So a wakeman was appointed to blow the horn, and it was his role to patrol the streets, the outer walls of the city, and during the hours of darkness, and to keep the city safe. This role continued through the Middle Ages, and then as time progressed, he became a very prominent person. He was the leading citizen of the settlement, and he decided to delegate the role of horn blowing to horn blowers. He also appointed constables to help him with the crime. Well, this cost money, so he was able to levy taxes, and these came in form of door taxes, and it cost more for front doors rather than side doors or back doors, and he was able to cover the expenses of the persons that he was employing. He was also responsible for any losses during the night. So in a sense, this was an insurance policy. If you think Norwich Union was the first insurance company, you're wrong. I think it started here in Ripon, because any losses suffered during the night on his watch, he had to cover. In 1604, King James I of England and King James VI of Scotland granted a second charter. This time it was written down, and it changed the fabric of the democracy within Ripon, and a mayor. Mayoralty. A mayor was appointed. And it may not surprise you that the last wakeman, the role of wakeman being discontinued, the last wakeman became the first mayor. And his name was Hugh Ripley. And when I blew the last blow of the horn here, I doffed my cap in the direction of that black and white timber house in the corner of the square there. It's reputed that that is where he lived, and that if the horn is not blown to his satisfaction, his ghostly apparition will appear in that top window, and all manner of pestilence will befall the city of Ripon. I'm very pleased to say I didn't notice his ghostly apparition, so I assume we're safe for another 24 hours. Hugh Ripley instituted a new role. Whether or not he didn't trust the hornblowers, I'm not sure, but he instituted that wherever he was, the hornblower was to set the watch here in the marketplace and then go and find him wherever he was in the city. And we continue this tradition to this day. If the mayor is at an event at the cathedral, we will go there. If he's in the town, we'll go to his house and perform the ceremony there. I happen to be his neighbour, so it's very convenient for me to fulfil this tradition. So there have been 6 horns during the history. The first horn was the charter horn. That is no longer blown as a horn. It's kept safe in black velvet. It has silver decorations on it, so it's no longer used as a horn. There is a 7th horn above my head on the top of this obelisk, and it was put there in 1889. It was sealed. It was said to have 7 gold sovereigns in it, but when the capsule was opened in 1986, the sovereigns weren't there, but there were copies of old unpaid bills. So you may guess where the sovereigns went. It was resealed in 1986. Queen Elizabeth II visited the city in 1985, and she gave some Maundy money. So if you're like to climb a few meters, you may find some money on the top of the obelisk. So that concludes my talk for this evening. If you have any questions or you want any photographs, my fellow hornblower and myself are very happy to oblige. Thank you again for coming, and we hope you have a very, very pleasant visit to Ripon wherever you come from. Thank you. Thank you.